In this journey we call life, we often find ourselves pulled in countless directions, our minds scattered and our focus fragmented. The demands of the modern world can be relentless, bombarding us with a constant stream of distractions that threaten to derail us from our true path. Yet, within each of us lies a deep longing for clarity, for a sense of purpose that transcends the fleeting and the ephemeral. It is this yearning that brings us together today, united in our pursuit of unwavering focus and spiritual renewal. Imagine for a moment a world where your thoughts are no longer tossed about like leaves in a whirlwind, but instead, they flow with the gentle currents of a calm river, guided by the eternal truths that bring lasting fulfillment. Envision a state of being where your priorities are aligned with the divine will, and your actions are imbued with a singular purpose that resonates with the deepest longings of your soul. It is this vision of focus and spiritual awakening that we shall explore together, embarking on a journey that will lead us to the timeless wisdom found within the sacred texts, and the transformative power of prayer. Let us begin by reflecting on the story of Sarah, a young woman whose life had become a whirlwind of distractions and fragmented priorities. Her days were consumed by the relentless demands of work, social obligations, and the constant allure of digital diversions. Yet, deep within her heart, a longing stirred, a yearning for a more centered existence, a life imbued with purpose and meaning. One evening, as Sarah sat alone in her dimly lit living room, the weight of her scattered existence bore down upon her. In a moment of vulnerability, she uttered a silent plea for guidance, her heart open to the whispers of the divine. It was then that she felt an inexplicable nudge, a gentle prompting to seek solace in the words of the Psalms. With trembling hands, Sarah opened the sacred text, her eyes drawn to Psalm 51:10, "Create in me a pure heart, O God, and renew a steadfast spirit within me." These words resonated within her, igniting a spark of hope that clarity and focus were within her grasp. Can you identify with Sarah's journey? Have you found yourself grappling with the weight of a life fragmented by countless distractions, yearning for a sense of purpose that transcends the fleeting demands of the world? If so, then this exploration of focus and spiritual renewal is for you. Through the timeless wisdom of the Psalms and the transformative power of prayer, we shall embark on a journey that will guide us towards a renewed sense of clarity and purpose. We will delve into the stories of individuals who have faced similar struggles, and through their experiences, we will uncover profound truths that can illuminate our own paths. Imagine the peace that could arise from a heart undivided in its devotion, a mind centered on the eternal truths that bring lasting fulfillment. Envision the sense of purpose that could permeate every aspect of your life, guiding your actions and aligning your priorities with the divine will. This journey is not merely an intellectual exercise, but rather a profound exploration of the soul. It is an invitation to open your heart to the whispers of the divine, to cultivate a deep and abiding connection with the eternal presence that surrounds us all. Through the words of the Psalms, we will find solace and strength, guidance and wisdom. We will learn to echo the prayers of those who have walked this path before us, inviting the divine to instill within us a singular focus, a steadfast spirit that cannot be shaken by the fleeting distractions of this world. Imagine the transformation that could unfold within you as you embrace the practice of prayer, allowing its sacred rhythms to realign your priorities and ground you in the eternal truths. Envision the clarity that could arise as you cultivate a daily ritual of meditation or the study of sacred texts, nurturing the unwavering focus that will guide you towards a life imbued with purpose and profound meaning. This journey is not one to be walked alone, for we are all part of a vast tapestry of seekers, united in our pursuit of spiritual awakening and a deeper connection with the divine. Together, we will lift our voices in collective prayer, our souls attuned to the sacred melodies that transcend the boundaries of language and culture. Through the shared experiences and wisdom of those who have walked this path before us, we will find solace and inspiration. We will learn from their stories, their struggles, and their triumphs, gaining insights that will illuminate our own journeys. So, let us embrace this opportunity with open hearts and minds, ready to embark on a transformative odyssey that will forever shape the trajectories of our lives. Let us walk together, hand in hand, supporting and uplifting one another as we navigate the complexities of this human experience. This is not a mere pursuit of knowledge, it is a sacred quest, a pilgrimage towards the depths of our souls, where the eternal truths reside, waiting to be unveiled and embraced. It is a journey that will challenge us, inspire us, and ultimately, guide us towards a state of being where focus and spiritual renewal are not mere concepts, but living, breathing realities that permeate every aspect of our existence. Are you ready to take the first step? Are you prepared to open your heart to the transformative power of prayer and the timeless wisdom of the Psalms? If so, then let us begin our journey together, united in our pursuit of unwavering focus and a life imbued with profound meaning and purpose. Dearly beloved, let us come together in this sacred space, our hearts and minds attuned to the divine presence that embraces us. As we embark on this journey of focus and spiritual renewal, may the words of this prayer resonate within our souls, guiding us towards a deeper connection with the eternal and a renewed sense of purpose. We begin by acknowledging the wisdom found in the Psalms, those timeless verses that have illuminated the paths of countless seekers throughout the ages. In Psalm 16:8, we find solace in the words, "I have set the Lord always before me, because he is at my right hand, I shall not be shaken." Let these words be our anchor, steadying us amidst the turbulence of daily life, reminding us to keep our focus unwavering on the divine presence that surrounds us. As we settle into this moment of stillness, let us reflect on the story of Sarah, a young woman whose life had become a whirlwind of distractions and fragmented priorities. Her days were consumed by the relentless demands of work, social obligations, and the constant allure of digital diversions. Yet, deep within her heart, a longing stirred, a yearning for a more centered existence, a life imbued with purpose and meaning. One evening, as Sarah sat alone in her dimly lit living room, the weight of her scattered existence bore down upon her. In a moment of vulnerability, she uttered a silent plea for guidance, her heart open to the whispers of the divine. It was then that she felt an inexplicable nudge, a gentle prompting to seek solace in the words of the Psalms. With trembling hands, Sarah opened the sacred text, her eyes drawn to Psalm 51:10, "Create in me a pure heart, O God, and renew a steadfast spirit within me." These words resonated within her, igniting a spark of hope that clarity and focus were within her grasp. Dearly beloved, let us, like Sarah, open our hearts to the transformative power of the Psalms. In the verses of Psalm 119:36, we find the supplication, "Incline my heart to your testimonies, and not to selfish gain." Let us echo this cry, inviting the divine to redirect our hearts away from the fleeting distractions of this world and towards the eternal truths that bestow true fulfillment. Take a moment to reflect on the areas of your life that have become fragmented or consumed by distractions. Visualize the peace and clarity that could arise from a renewed focus on your spiritual journey. Commit to setting aside dedicated time each day to connect with the divine through prayer, meditation, or the study of sacred texts. As we journey deeper into this prayer, let us be reminded of the story of Michael, a devoted father and husband whose life had become a constant juggling act. Between the demands of his career, the needs of his family, and the myriad of responsibilities that seemed to pile up endlessly, Michael found himself constantly pulled in countless directions, struggling to maintain a sense of equilibrium. One Sunday morning, as Michael sat in the pews of his cherished church, the words of the pastor's sermon struck a chord deep within him. The pastor spoke of the importance of focus, of aligning one's priorities with the divine will, and of finding strength and guidance in the sacred texts. It was then that Michael's gaze fell upon the open Bible before him, his eyes drawn to the words of Psalm 25:4-5, "Show me your ways, Lord, teach me your paths, guide me in your truth and teach me, for you are God my Savior, and my hope is in you all day long." In that moment, Michael felt a profound shift within his soul. He realized that his constant struggle to balance the various facets of his life stemmed from a lack of focus on the divine presence that should have been at the center of his existence. With renewed determination, he committed to seeking guidance from the sacred texts, to aligning his priorities with the eternal truths that would bring lasting fulfillment. Dearly beloved, let us, like Michael, seek the guidance and wisdom found within the Psalms. In Psalm 86:11, we find the plea, "Teach me your way, Lord, that I may rely on your truth, give me an undivided heart to revere your name." Let us echo this prayer, inviting the divine to instill within us a singular focus, a heart undivided in its devotion and reverence. Take a moment to reflect on the areas of your life that have become fragmented or consumed by competing priorities. Visualize the peace and clarity that could arise from a renewed focus on the divine presence at the center of your existence. Commit to setting aside time each day to study the sacred texts, seeking guidance and wisdom to align your priorities with the eternal truths. As we continue our journey of focus and spiritual renewal, let us turn our attention to the story of Emma, a young professional whose life had become a constant whirlwind of activity. From the moment she woke until the late hours of the night, Emma found herself consumed by the demands of her career, the expectations of her peers, and the relentless pursuit of success. Yet, amidst the chaos, a still, small voice within Emma's heart whispered of a deeper longing, a yearning for a life imbued with purpose and meaning beyond the fleeting accolades of the corporate world. One evening, as Emma sat alone in her office, the weight of her scattered existence bore down upon her. In a moment of vulnerability, she uttered a silent plea for guidance, her heart open to the whispers of the divine. It was then that her gaze fell upon the well-worn copy of the Psalms that had been gifted to her by her grandmother years ago. With trembling hands, Emma opened the sacred text, her eyes drawn to the words of Psalm 27:4, "One thing I ask from the Lord, this only do I seek, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to gaze on the beauty of the Lord and to seek Him in His temple." In that moment, Emma felt a profound shift within her soul. She realized that her constant pursuit of worldly success had distracted her from the true source of fulfillment, a deep and abiding connection with the divine. With renewed determination, she committed to seeking solace and guidance in the sacred texts, to aligning her priorities with the eternal truths that would bring lasting peace. Dearly beloved, let us, like Emma, seek the singular focus that arises from a profound connection with the divine. In Psalm 62:5-6, we find the reassurance, "Yes, my soul, find rest in God, my hope comes from Him. Truly He is my rock and my salvation, He is my fortress, I will not be shaken." Let us echo these words, inviting the divine to be our rock, our fortress, and the source of our unwavering focus amidst the storms of life. Take a moment to reflect on the areas of your life that have become consumed by the relentless pursuit of worldly success or fleeting accolades. Visualize the peace and fulfillment that could arise from a renewed focus on your spiritual journey and a deeper connection with the divine. Commit to setting aside dedicated time each day for prayer, meditation, or the study of sacred texts, allowing these practices to realign your priorities and ground you in the eternal truths. As we approach the conclusion of our prayer, let us be reminded of the story of Jacob, a humble farmer whose life was rooted in the simple rhythms of the land. Each day, Jacob would rise before the first rays of dawn, his mind focused on the tasks that lay ahead, tending to the fields, caring for the livestock, and ensuring the bounty of the harvest. Yet, amidst the physical labor and the demands of his work, Jacob found solace and strength in his unwavering focus on the divine presence that permeated every aspect of his life. In the quiet moments before the day began, he would turn his heart to the Psalms, finding guidance and wisdom in their timeless verses. One morning, as Jacob knelt in the soft soil of his fields, his calloused hands gently caressing the earth, his heart was drawn to the words of Psalm 119:37, "Turn my eyes away from worthless things, preserve my life according to your word." In that moment, Jacob felt a profound sense of gratitude for the simplicity of his life, for the opportunity to find fulfillment in the rhythms of nature and the divine presence that sustained all creation. Dearly beloved, let us, like Jacob, find solace and strength in the simple yet profound truths found within the Psalms. In Psalm 19:14, we find the prayer, "May these words of my mouth and this meditation of my heart be pleasing in your sight, Lord, my rock and my Redeemer." Let us echo this sentiment, inviting the divine to guide our thoughts, our words, and our actions, ensuring that our focus remains ever aligned with the eternal truths that bring lasting fulfillment. As we conclude our prayer, let us be reminded of the words found in Psalm 121:1-2, "I lift up my eyes to the mountains, where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth." In these verses, we find the assurance that our focus, our strength, and our guidance come not from the fleeting distractions of this world, but from the eternal presence of the divine, the creator of all that is. Dearly beloved, let us lift our eyes to the heights of spiritual awakening, our hearts and minds attuned to the divine presence that surrounds us. May this prayer for focus be a guiding light, illuminating our path towards a deeper connection with the eternal, and a renewed sense of purpose and meaning in our lives. As we go forth from this sacred space, let us carry the wisdom of the Psalms within our hearts, allowing their timeless truths to be the anchor that steadies us amidst the turbulence of daily life. Commit to cultivating a daily practice of prayer, meditation, or the study of sacred texts, nurturing the unwavering focus that will guide you towards a life imbued with purpose, fulfillment, and a profound connection with the divine. Together, let us walk the path of spiritual renewal, our hearts and minds focused on the eternal truths that transcend the fleeting distractions of this world. May our journey be one of unity, support, and shared reverence, as we lift our voices in collective prayer, our souls attuned to the divine presence that embraces us all. Amen.